Good evening. You are listening to That is Scary Thing, a podcast that explores terrifying stories based on real life experience. Make sure you are listening in a safe place, or at least not alone, because tonight, the stories you are about to hear may feel a little too close to reality. Tonight I'm joined by three special guests. The first one is Puput.
Hi, I hope the listeners are ready for these stories.
The second guest is Ihsan.
Hi, honestly, talking about this give me chills again.
And last but not least, Vira.
Hi, this story traumatized my me too this day.
Puput, could you tell us about your story?
Okay, guys, this story is from my cousin, Bila. She used to live in a small house on the edge of town, quiet but kind of hot. When she first moved in, everything seemed fine. But after a few weeks, strange things start happening. Every night around 3 a.m., she would hear soft knocking sound from closet. At first, she thought it was rats or maybe the pipes, but it always come in the same pattern. 3 knocks, a pause, then 3 more.
Really?
Yeah, like someone knocking from the inside. One night, the sun woke her up again. Tired and annoyed, she thought, "Stop it!" The sun stopped. She sighed in relief and was about to lie back down when she heard a whisper from inside the closet.
Oh my god, really?
She froze. Her room went completely silent. She didn't go back into her room that night. The next morning, her dad came to check. When he opened the closet, there were long, deep scratches on the inside of the door.
Oh my god.
Like someone had been clawing to get out. She moved out a week later, and now, every time she heard a knocking sound, even a soft one, she turns back.
Wow, that is interesting.
That's disturbing, I think.
Okay, so now we're gonna move to second story. Ihsan,
Yes.
could you tell us about your story?
So, this story is based on my experience. And so, that's it. I didn't encounter it. I realized it had always been there. I was awake, not tired, not afraid, just sitting in the dark. That's when I noticed something in the corner. Not shadow, a presence without shape. Not dark, just wrong. Like the room had accepted something it shouldn't have. I stared at it, and instead of fear, I felt certainty. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't watching. It was waiting for me to stop pretending it wasn't real. There was no movement, no sound, but my thoughts began to slow. No cries replaced that. When I understood, this thing didn't arrive. It didn't enter. It doesn't travel. It exists between moments when humans stop being fully conscious. Between thoughts, between caring. When I look directly at it, it reacts, not physically, conceptual, like a rule being active. A shape form, not a body. A suggestion, human enough to feel intentional. Its surface wasn't skin. It was absence pretending to be form. It communicated without words, just understanding, like you've been here, close to me before.
Oh my god.
And I remember the time I stared into nothing. The silence that felt comfortable. That wasn't peace. That was proximity. This entity doesn't hunt. It doesn't scare. It doesn't need belief. It waits until emptiness feels normal. I don't know when it leaves, or if I did. No, when I calm for no reason, when my thoughts been quiet, I force myself to think, to feel something, anything, because I know it doesn't appear when you're afraid. It appears when you're ready to stop exciting loudly. So, something entities don't want your body. They want the moments you decide you're done. So that's it, my story.
That is so scary.
So scared.
Okay, so now we're gonna move to the third story. Vira, could you tell us about your story?
Every night, Maya rested her thoughts alone in her bedroom. No kitchen, no live class, just her voice and the dead sound of the word ocean. One evening, while editing her last episode, she noticed something strange. After she said her outside goodnight listeners and the stop listen, the audio did end. 3 were this extra second. In those seconds, she heard a spot written wisdom. Don't titter and run.
Oh my god.
Maya froze, she looked nervous, problem just bad noise. She taunts all people doing something mundane. But the next night, it happened again. Some whisper, some words, cracks this time. Closer, like it's wired been hard miscall. She shits, teeth them shut, and brightened after she had turned off the microphone. Impossible. Hurt hustling. She decided to test it. She can't sleep with her cat. Horse parts. She did speak a word. When she finally played it back, a nice voice responded. Good, your final wisdom. His room was laid to sleep. Thin slump her phone. Buzzed not I notification, not I call. Just I watch it. Her own voice whispered again. I can't see you. She thought nothing but did come to swat. The bloody spade sound from this part of her horn. Did Stephen keep respect and the sea king warfare or whatever was there? He but been listening an hour.
So that all, and that brings us to the end of the night of That Is Scary Thing. Before we end tonight, I would like to say thank you to our guests, Puput, Isan, and Fira, for being willing to share such memorable stories with us tonight. Thank you for taking the time and having the courage to share experience that are not easy to talk about again. May the stories we hear tonight serve as a reminder for all of us to always stay aware and be cautious. I've seen enough. Good night.